But in my last video, I was messing with a deck and I got a new Oracle deck today. So pretty. It is called the Shaman's Dream. Look at that, it's nice. This deck is truly so whimsical. Like it's just very, very pretty. Um, and dreamlike. And obviously with what I've been working on and stepping into, I just felt like this deck was calling to me. And to elaborate on my last video, whenever I say like sometimes like my head will be messing with me, I've felt like I've been in a little bit of a trance like every once in a while. Granted, like obviously I haven't been sleeping much. Like I did not sleep last night. But basically, I was having a lot of back pain, and I knew that there's no way I was going to be able to sleep without doing some kind of yoga, some kind of movement to release the energy from my body. And I don't know if I'm just like a little challenged, which might be, but somehow my house was 61 degrees. So I was absolutely freezing. And I didn't eat enough, so I got hungry and I got up to like change the thermostat and eat something. And I was just like chilling in bed. And at this point, it was already past 6 a.m. But my body was hurting really bad. And I didn't want to fall asleep with the heating pad on. I don't think that's the safest thing to do. So after a while, I honestly just got up. Started doing some movement, started listening to some music. I was specifically listening to Balance and Composure with You in Spirit, which it's crazy with what I've been going through recently. I feel like I connect with music to a deeper level. But with that being said, I felt like I was going a little bit crazy, not necessarily today, but like the past like few days, weeks, like as if I was like in a trance, like walking in a dream reality, like things just didn't seem real. It was very strange. But I was also having internal struggles with myself, with my head, with the people around me. Like, not that anyone was doing anything wrong, but I was just struggling with just like the changes in my life and navigating triggers that would have triggered me and I would have acted way differently. But now I have to like sit with my emotions and try to navigate those in the healthiest way possible, which is hard. That's so hard to do, especially when all you know is toxic and bad behaviors, bad patterns. So it made my reality seem even more skewed, which is like whenever I saw this deck today, I was like, whoa. There's also just, like, imagery I, like, connect with, like, birds have been a huge thing recently for me. That's really pretty. Also, fairies have been coming up a lot. A lot of people have actually came up to me and told me I look like a fairy, which is genuinely such a compliment. Another thing is, like, they have this caterpillar, and I have a caterpillar tattoo. But today I was bartending and it was like an earlier day. It was I had to be there at 4:30 because whenever it's like metal bands, there's usually like a longer lineup, which metal is like my bread and butter. It's my demographic. I'm always excited for metal shows. Though I should have thought about the whole sleeping thing a little bit more. But I think like I don't know how it is for anyone else, but I just know there are some times where I'm like, not sleeping tonight. And it's been like that pretty much my whole life. I've struggled with insomnia, like basically since I was like at least 12, which was another reason why I was like smoking so much weed um back whenever I was with my ex and stuff because I was genuinely terrified not to be able to sleep. Because when you don't sleep, your mind plays tricks on you. And like the last time it had happened, it was just like really, really bad. Like my mental health was declining. Yeah, like the last time it had happened, it had been for like 3 days straight. So that's like teetering on like not good. Now I like pull an all-nighter and it's like, meh, not the best. Like don't really feel good the next day. I'll have like my moments, but I can make it through, you know? I'm honestly genuinely shocked that I'm up right now at 4:35 recording this, because I was down bad at work, especially like when the final band was on, and they went over. I was quite literally dying. My body hurt so bad. I was like, I just need to take a bath. I need to take a bath. I need to sit on my heating pad. I need to eat. I was just like, my body felt like it was quite literally giving out. But with that being said, I have since had my bath and ate, and I've been on a heating pad the whole time. And fuck it, I'm off tomorrow, and this is my fucking world. Like, I am an adult. I live on my own. I have no one to answer to. Therefore, I will not judge myself for doing this. But with that all being said, the ADHD is truly ADHDing, and I'm kind of going off topic. But anyway, so because I had to be at work at 4:30, I didn't go to like the typical metaphysical shop I go to, which I do like to explore new ones. Because like different places have different things. And I'm really happy I stumbled upon this one. Plus, I needed to go to like a grocery store and stuff, but I didn't have time to drive out to my favorite one, which is like 30 minutes away from where I live now. So I go to this new metaphysical shop and I'm just like walking around looking and I see this and I was like, oh, that looks pretty. And they had a demo deck. And obviously, like not sleeping last night, like I was doing some meditation. I was just trying to center. I'm like, why am I still going through this? Like, am I not done? Am I not done? Like, am I missing something? And through this process, like, of course, it's definitely like a me thing, right? I'm not letting go of something. And it was the fact that, like, I was, like, still not trusting myself. I was not giving myself the credit that I deserve. I quite literally transformed my life. I transmuted the pain. I turned a really, really fucked up situation into something, like, honestly quite beautiful. Like, I deserve to be proud of myself, and, whenever I was pulling that demo deck, I got this wow, kid talk. This card. Like closing door completion. And while I was like meditating last night, one of the signs was that like I am definitive, like I am complete on my own, you know? And I'm also a creative. And because I've been trying to just like do so much and still work and heal, I haven't been able to create the way I've wanted to. Like, obviously content creation, of course, but I also wanna do music, I wanna write, I wanna do like, I wanna do so much, and I'm like, "There's only so much time." But I was beating myself up that I hadn't done anything yet, or I wasn't making enough videos or whatever the case was. But to be fair, it took me 2 weeks to move. It took me 2 weeks to move, and I did that alone because I couldn't schedule a car. I was getting pockets of time that I was allowed to come to get my stuff, so, like, I have to give myself the grace and know that everything is divinely timed, and I am exactly where I need to be, and sometimes I just need to sit in it, and I need to rest. And coming from someone who has I've always been undervalued, but I always undervalued myself. I never felt good enough, and that comes from trauma, of course. But I always felt like I wasn't doing enough. And that is where this comes full circle. I'm closing a chapter of my life that went on far too long. It was mostly me just making myself small for others. And I no longer plan on doing that. 4:44 o'clock right now, actually, but also in true Tay fashion, ADHD be ADHDing. I also got this book. I'm super excited. It has beautiful imagery. But yeah, anyways, here's to a fresh start, and I should probably at least try to sleep now. Anyways, have a good night.